What's up, guys? Stoney Keeley here of Stacking the Inbox and Sobros Network. We're going to be diving into this single play. All right. I'm going to show you guys how into the weeds I can get, into my own head, I can get about one single solitary play. We're talking Josh Whyle today, the Tennessee Titans tight end, the second year man. I think he's due for, I don't know if he would say it as a breakout campaign, but I do think we'll see a little bit more of him in 2024 than we did in 2023. Part of that is just him getting healthy and getting back out onto the field. But there are two things that I really like about Josh Whyle. I like the size and the length. He's a big body, tough guy at the catch point. He can secure and corral tough catches. And I think he's underrated as a move guy. He is a little bit of a jack of all trades, can do a little bit of everything well. Inline blocker, receiver, just has a knack for finding the open space. So I posted this clip to Twitter and I got a little bit of pushback for it because some people said this should have been a touchdown. He should have made Antoine Winfield miss on this, and didn't understand why I would use this as a play to highlight Whyle's potential. Now, I say there's some creative design here, and Whyle has the movement skills to pull it off. And I think it's important to remember when we talk about stuff like this, not every play has to be a touchdown. Like, there are such things in the NFL as positive plays that aren't explosive fireworks down the field touchdowns. This is still a positive play, and I think we need not lose sight of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit play. Let's watch this in real time. And again, I do have a full film study on stackingtheinbox.com breaking down the tight end room. So it looks like they're going to try and set up a little screen here to Tyjae Spears. Whyle slips out down the seam, makes the completion. We'll see it from the other angle here, right here, in line. They're going to let the rushers come in because it's designed to look like it's going out. Whyle makes the play. All right. I like that. I think that's a good catch. I think it highlights how sneaky he can be as a weapon in the pass game. Secures the ball, goes to the ground with it. No, he doesn't make Antoine Winfield miss and score a touchdown that's going to be on SportsCenter later tonight. But this is a good play, and I think this is where you see the potential in Whyle. So let's run it back a little bit. We'll start with the formation here. And I have been kind of harping on this offseason so far that I think under Brian Callahan, I'm not going to be surprised to see the Titans run more 12 personnel than we're currently giving them credit for. And hey, like I've said all summer, I don't blame you guys for getting excited about the wide receivers, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Hopkins, Tyler Boyd. But they have two really good pass-catching running backs, and they have two tight ends that they can do a lot of things with. I think when a lot of people hear 12 personnel, they're thinking, oh, an inline tight end on each side of the offensive line, and we're going to line up and run the ball. And that's not the case. They've got Chig out here in the slot, Whyle in line. So Derrick Henry in the backfield, or that's Tyjae, excuse me. Tyjae Spears in the backfield. There's your 12 personnel. Now, what they do here, this is a pretty cool looking play. All right, so people ran Tim Kelly out of town, but like he had some cool looking shit in the playbook. All right. Issues with the play calling. Okay, I hear you. I get it. But I hate when people act like all Tim Kelly ever did was fuck up, because some of this stuff looked really cool. And so right here, I mean, it looks like man coverage to begin with, but you send Chig into motion here, and now he's signaling to the other guys. This looks like man coverage. They follow him. Somebody comes off. Okay, so Will Levis knows at that point, I got man. Now, the way this is designed, is that Henry? I can't tell. Now, the way this is designed, it looks like Radens and Whyle are coming out to block the edge, get the running back behind them, and this is going to be a little screen. Or they're going to let the rushers through, dump this over, and block for a big play. And that is Derrick Henry. Okay. So you see there, Hubbard's blocking, and then it looks like these guys are getting out to block these guys. The key in this play is that they get this linebacker to bite towards the edge. And look at Will Levis, by the way, doing a good job of selling this is going to be the throw. I don't know what the read here was. Now, it's possible that this was a situation where, if this guy hangs back, then maybe they do dump the ball off to Derrick Henry and it's a screen. It could be like a read situation there. But what happens is this guy comes up to the edge. They're playing this like it is about to be a little screen pass. And then Whyle, with a little assistance from Radens there, giving him a little push on the hips. Whyle just turns this thing and runs up the seam. And so that's a pretty cool thing. You watch it in real time. Watch how this thing looks, how it unfolds. Looks like they're trying to get the ball to Derrick Henry on the edge there. But Whyle, right there, this guy commits. Whyle turns up to go vacate the space he just exited. Just like that. So these guys pick up on, they're trying to get rid of this ball quickly. They drop out of the rush, but there's nobody here. There's nobody here because these guys came up to play this screen. Again, this is a really nifty play design by Tim Kelly. This is a really good call in the red zone. A few yards up, and I don't know, maybe this is a touchdown, but you see Levis sees this happening. Makes the throw right there before, is that Devin White? Devin White can get back to him right in between Antoine Winfield. One thing I want to point out to all the people that were saying, this should have been a touchdown. He should have made the guy miss. For one, Antoine Winfield is one of the best safeties in the NFL. If you believe whoever put their safety rankings out recently and said he's the best safety in the NFL. I don't think so. I'm a big Kyle Hamilton guy, but to act like this is just some scrub that Josh Whyle, who's not the twitchiest guy, should just be able to juke and go score a touchdown. Never mind the fact that he's got the linebacker bearing down right behind him and he hasn't secured the ball yet. No. This should be a touchdown. He should just be able to breathe, to will it to existence, and just be able to score this touchdown. But this ball is a little bit off. So you go back and watch it. I mean, Levis is not like putting everything into this throw. It looks like he's going for a touch throw here. And the ball kind of comes out of Wiley's natural catch radius. He's not exactly hitting him in stride on this ball. You see how Whyle had to kind of jump to catch it and turn and adjust. And now he's got to secure this ball before he can think about doing anything else. That's the thing people say he should have made a miss. Like, the most important thing on a play like this, you got to secure the ball. You got to secure the ball first and foremost. And so he does that and he's tackled. Now, why I like this play, the two things I think it highlights. The sure hands. He completes this catch with Antoine Winfield bearing down on him. I love this move. Look at him. Just the nifty, get on up there. The way he times that to turn his hips and run upfield. And yeah, Dylan Radens helps him a little bit. Gets in those hips, gets him upfield. A better thrown ball, and maybe this is a bigger game. But I like it. And I think they can use these two tight ends together to do more stuff like this. And I'm excited to see if Brian Callahan and Nick Holtz have it in their bag to get these guys on the field at the same time and run a little smoke and mirror shit like this, because Chig is a playmaker, man. And depending on the situation, like, it looks like he's just kind of swinging out to the left on this play. Levis isn't even looking at him, but like, if Chigakonkwo gets in a one-on-one situation like that, maybe inside closer to the numbers where he can make a move, he's an option on a play like this as well. You're getting guys that are sneaky through to one-on-one matchups where the defense isn't paying attention to them. And I think projecting this to 2024, when you think about how much more difficult the wide receivers are going to be to defend in this Titans offense, you got DeAndre Hopkins, Calvin Ridley, and Tyler Boyd in something like this against man coverage. Like, guys like Whyle and Okonkwo and Tony Pollard and Tyjae Spears are going to slip open. But I think Whyle shows the capability to make the move, to make the right read. Again, like finding the opening. I mean, it ain't hard to find something like that, but it still stands for something that he's going out there, finding green grass, and he's securing the ball at the catch point. I think that's what makes him a tremendous red zone option. Now, your counterpoint could be, well, this has been out on tape for a while. Defensive coordinators are going to see Whyley's capable of stuff like this, and maybe they're going to instruct their linebackers to be a little more disciplined in reacting to this. Maybe that's an adjustment that defensive coordinators will make. But then if you're focusing on Josh Whyle, who else is going to spring open? And that's where I look at it and I say, I think this Titans offense has a few more weapons than people are giving it credit for right now. And this is why I say the Titans might run a little more 12 personnel than we're anticipating. This is why I say Josh Whyle could be tight end one. This is why I say this Titans offense is going to be a ton of fun to watch. Now, the way I phrased it on the Hot Read podcast recently is like, this is going to be a fantasy offense. If you play fantasy football, that's going to cannibalize each other. So like Josh Whyle is going to be the tight end that has like 6 touchdowns on the year and like 200 yards. Whereas like Chigakonkwo is going to have 800 yards and 2 touchdowns or something like that. So I don't know who you're drafting among the bunch in that regard, but I think this is a high upside tight end room. You factor in Nick Vannett as the traditional blocking red zone option. They're going to be able to cook with these guys. So again, check out stackingtheinbox.com. I've got a full film study on the tight end room. Chigakonkwo, stop saying he can't block. Chigakonkwo can block, just like Josh Whyle can block, and they can make plays. So check that out along with all of my film studies surrounding the Tennessee Titans and my coverage of the NFL Draft. 2025 will be here before you know it. If you like this video, let me know, and maybe I'll try and do some more because this is a real shoddy setup here, but we're doing the best that we can here at So Bros Network.